Left group alone without translator. November 2024. I went on a trip to Brazil with friends, Natalie, Kylie, and Gabe, Kylie's husband. There was a music festival there that I wanted to visit for years, but never took the opportunity solo because I have more fun in groups, and being in a foreign country with thousands of people wasn't the best scenario for my socially awkward self. Anywho, I explained this to Kylie and Natalie and showed them the layout of music artists, and they were ecstatic to go. The city is one that is near to my heart as I had studied there for a year and became the first spot where I could be myself and learn to not care what other people think. It's a place with beautiful beaches, views, and my host family. I was excited to introduce this place to my friends, and anytime I brought up a place to visit, everyone would say, "OMG, I can't wait to see it in person." There was never any hint of going our own ways, and we were excited to spend our trip together. In the group, I was the only person who spoke Portuguese and asked if there was anything they had interest in visiting. Natalie and Kylie brought up an island they found on Google that was off the coast, among some other things. Due to the island being heavily monitored due to marine preservation, the only way to get there is by fishing boat. I spent days on WhatsApp being the middleman and booking our trip, as the fishermen wouldn't be able to communicate with them in English. Everything was set, we had a date, and were ready to go visit on Sunday morning. I sent them all the details in English. This is important later. Bear with me, the petty revenge is coming. Upon our arrival in Brazil, I offered to translate as needed. When we would go to any place with a menu, Kylie would pull out an app that translated photos. Despite the app, I still offered to translate. During our first day, Kylie made the comment, "I travel internationally all the time. You really just need to use Google Translate. It's not fully accurate, but between that and gestures, everybody understands just fine. You really don't need a translator." That comment definitely made me feel off, but I shrugged it off and still offered. Saturday, we planned to travel out of town so they could visit a Brazilian jiu-jitsu school. They both have 10 years experience. This is important later. We would Uber there and back and split the cost. The plan: only spend 4 hours max, and then go to the last day of our music festival at night. When it was time to go, they didn't want to. I was told I could go back without them, but didn't want to leave my friends in a foreign city, so I declined. 8 hours later, we finally started to head back. During the 2-hour car ride back, I was told they didn't want to go out anymore because they were too tired. I was pretty frustrated with losing half a day, where I chose not to go either as I felt I wouldn't have fun with the mood I was in, and the traffic there just wasn't worth it. We got back to our B&B and Kylie and Natalie come out wearing jewelry and dresses. I wasn't put off because they're the type to trade clothes a lot and go all out in it. Next thing I know, Kylie goes, "All right, OP, our Uber is here to take us to dinner. Have fun at the festival." I'm immediately confused and remind her I wasn't going. I still have no idea where the confusion was. Again, I got frustrated and expressed it verbally. I told her the communication had been terrible over the past few days, and I was over it. They told me where they were going, and I could meet up with them. After they left and I got ready, I called my own Uber to the restaurant. The whole time, I was reminded that Google Translate and gestures are all that's needed. Here's where the petty revenge comes in. Sunday morning, 4 hours in advance, I realized that the plans we made to eat with my host family and the places to visit weren't going to happen. I needed to put my mental health first and get away for a day and get what I wanted out of the way. I was told they didn't need a translator, and they had enough fight training to take care of themselves. I messaged them that I decided to hold off on the island trip as our full trip was nearing a close, and I felt that I might not have the opportunity to visit some places. I left to go to the beach, and the first text I get is asking all the details. The night before, I received a text in Portuguese confirming all the information, so I forwarded that to them. They asked about the boat info, and I was lucky enough to be able to forward over a second text I received with that info from them in Spanish. Kylie, Natalie, and Gabe were all left on their own where they don't speak the language with texts they could decipher in Spanish and Portuguese. Kylie was an expert in gestures and Google Translate, so I'm sure she could figure it out. That night, I asked Natalie how the trip was, and they said they missed the boat because they didn't realize how far away it was. Guess she missed how to use Google Maps? Maybe not the best revenge, but I felt it was just faced with tears of joy.